Hello, this is Millionairefx here. I want to review what we have gone through since we started this service around January 29th. Well, uh, on January 29th, we started the service. Uh, on February 1st, we reached 70%. Uh, And I think around the first week, I was adjusting to smaller accounts. Some of the accounts are really small and very hard to manage because if you have a smaller account, like below $1,000, you are actually taking on higher risk because the smallest that the MT4 can go is a micro lot. It's very difficult to see that, but for the first month, I accepted this, and because you guys probably never heard of me before. So just the first month. Now you see the result. After the first month, we did very well. Anyway, going back to the highlight, that was the first week, and then the week after we had major problems with our copier service. Our servers malfunctioned. We used one called AutoFX Pro, the remote one. It just totally malfunctioned. Um, it's not just me, but everyone who was using it around the world was affected, and that dramatically we weren't able to copy the trades. Nothing was working, and so the accounts dropped, uh, including mine. So that was terrible. But the next week we quickly recovered. Copier services were back online. I fixed several bugs. Zane fixed several things, and we're back to near 70% again by the end of the month. So overall, if it weren't for this problem here, we would have done fine. Now it's the beginning of March, the fifth week doing the service, and I want you guys to refresh. I think bad things have passed. We've overcome the worst. I think this was the worst, and I think the future looks bright. So hang in there. We're going to do well. And I want to show you something. This here is my account on Forex Peace Army. I'm sure all of you have heard of Forex Peace Army. Very famous. So I'm on there. Uh, they've actually started running tests for about 1.5 weeks now. I just wanted to go on there to show people that, hey, I'm real. This is not a fly-by-night thing. This is something that you can grow. So since they started, it seems that they took a bigger risk. So their account grew 15.60% in 1.5 weeks. So we aren't taking this much of a risk. I'm not doing that in all of your accounts. I can't because some of your accounts are just too small. You have to meet the minimum, and then we can move on. Especially going into the second month. So I recommend that you put more in if you haven't met the minimum yet. So let's look at this calculator that they have here. If you had if it was the risk that they're taking, which is about 10 times, 10 times what mine is, I believe, or 5 or 10 times more than what mine is. So looking at their if you deposited $10,000, right? Total equity after 6 months. Let's do 6 months because I'm going to be here for a long time. Okay, so let's do 6 months, which is about 180 days. 180 days. So this is what you can expect if you have a $10,000 account after 180 days with their risk. Now, I would reduce this one comma back. It wouldn't be $400,000. If you take, of course, taking a bigger risk, but if you just want to be more conservative, it wouldn't be $420,000. It will be more like $42,000 after 180 days or 6 months. That's more reasonable. In my book, I think that this is too much. Uh, well, let's say your account uh, is 5,000. Some of you have 5,000 in it, right? Same thing. So it would be, so in 6 months you should have about, if we increase your risk, of course it will be this much, but we're not doing that. We're going to be more conservative. So you would have 20,000, well, $25,000 after 6 months with a $5,000 deposit. So that's what you can expect from us, according to their performance simulator. Um, it's not perfect, but it should give you an idea of what you, if you put the minimum that we require. If you just keep it at $1,000, you're not really going to make. You're not going to make this much money. Let's see, you're not going to make this much. It won't be this much. It's going to be like $4,000 after 6 months. So just a heads up. If you're gonna use this service for a long time, I advise you to maximize your opportunity with the service and don't waste time. And all we're gonna do. I'm doing this for a living, and you guys are benefiting as well. And I'm glad that you guys are happy, and looking forward to a bright 2018. Uh, this is the Millionaire FX signing out. Bye bye.